Hey guys, so today we're going to make some hamster treats. These are going to be dehydrated apple and carrot slices, more like grated pieces. You can do this with all types of fruits and vegetables. Make sure you look up and check to see what you want to use is safe. But it's very simple. It does take some time just in the dehydrator, but actually getting it prepared, actual working time for you is going to be very little. So you need a dehydrator, or you can use the oven. If you use the oven, you want it set at around 170, 160, and it could take 3 to 4 hours to dehydrate in either the oven or in here. And it all depends on how thick your slices are, what you're using, and so on. Now my dehydrator just has standard trays here, and since I'm going to grate these kind of like cheese or hash browns, I'm going to use this little extra insert they have, which just has smaller holes. It came in this package. This is an add-on. This is a Nesco one. This thing was only like 30 bucks. I got it like, I don't know, 7 years ago, a long time ago. This just says clean a screen. It doesn't really tell you what it is. It says model LM2. But if you're doing smaller pieces of things, it's nice to have this little add-on. So all we're going to do here is once we wanted to make sure I was recording there. All we're going to do here, once we have everything set up and ready, we're just going to take our apple, and I'm going to use the cheese, like the large cheese grater. I also use this for hash browns and other things. Some have like a slicer. You could do it that way too. I actually never used this grater before, so we're going to take a look. Now we have a dwarf hamster, and those are not looking like they're actually coming out good. I will try that with the carrot though. Let me grab my other grater and see if we can get some good slices on this. Okay, so for the apple, we're going to use the standard slice, but I wanted to get some smaller pieces because our hamster is just a dwarf. I wanted to have like kind of grated pieces. Let me see if that's working. Okay, that's good. We're getting now perfect pieces like I wanted. So it looks like for the carrot we can just grate through the grater, and for the apple we're going to have to slice. So I'm going to go ahead and slice and grate up the fruit and vegetables, and then we'll come back for the next step. So I went ahead and did almost all the apple, and then I used about 2 halves of a carrot. So that's really only about a carrot or maybe a carrot and a half. And we got a nice big pile there. So now all I'm going to do is take 2 of these trays and I'm just going to lay these out. And I'm going to lay the apples one thin throughout the whole tray, and then the carrots I think I'm more going to do just a kind of like I was throwing cheese on a pizza. I think I'm just going to kind of move it around as much as I can. I might have more than one tray can take, but since this is kind of grated, I think I can not overly stack, but kind of double up a little bit here and there. So I'll go ahead and get these all on there, take a look at them, and then we'll get them cooking. I have everything all set up now, and the carrots actually fit on there pretty well. There's some overlapping, but since they're so thinly sliced, it should dehydrate just fine. And the apple, we got basically all of it on there. There was a couple pieces I was just kind of like, they're not going to fit that well. But I did rip some up, and I got pretty much all the apple on there. And now all we're going to do is start our dehydrator. Mine's a simple one with just a simple on-off. It has a single temperature. I forget exactly what the temperature is, but I think it's around 165 Fahrenheit. There's other ones that are more fancy that you can set different temperatures, or like I said, you can use your oven. Just put it in the oven. If you got a good convection oven, turn that feature on. The airflow will help to hydrate quicker. And now we're just going to turn it on, let it sit for a few hours. It's been about 2 hours, and you might read online sometimes that carrots and apples can take longer, and the apples are going to take a little longer. I went ahead and turned off the machine just so there's no sound so I can talk here. But the apples are still a little flimsy. They're not hard and cracking. You can bend them. So these still need a little time. But the carrots here they feel crunchy. They feel dry to me. So what I'm going to do is take out the carrots and I will put them off onto a plate. For now, I just want to get the apples back in. Okay, there we go, and I can just lay these flat here. And now the apples seem like they're going to take maybe another, I don't know, hour or so, and then we'll come back and check on them. The shredded carrots only took a couple hours, maybe 3 hours. The apple slices did take a little longer, almost twice as long, about 6 hours. And they're good now. I'm going to take them off and we'll take a look at them once we have them all on a plate. So here we go with our final product. We have the dried carrots and dried apples. And I'm going to put these into Ziploc bags, just standard small size, kind of standard size Ziploc bags. I'll put them separately just because they are separate ingredients, although you could put them together. And these will last probably almost a year in the fridge, honestly, but I usually will remake them about every 3 months. They're so cheap and easy to make, really no prep time, just a couple minutes, and then you just put them in the dehydrator. So I'll keep these in the fridge for about 3 months, and you know, you don't want to give too much. This is a big treat for a dwarf hamster. One of these a few times a week is plenty. Some of the carrots just drop in a little pinch every couple days. And great little treats, very healthy. Nothing in them except for what they are. So, have any questions, let me know. That's hamster dehydrated treats. As I said, you can do it with many vegetables and fruits. Just look them up first, make sure they're safe for hamsters. Happy pet keeping. We'll see y'all later.